Welcome back everybody into part 3 of our marathon on Bitcoin. If you have been following the videos, if you don't, care, we don't care, nobody cares. These are backtesting sessions for myself and the rules are the same, the following. The rules are these. We have 4 pip spreads, 4 pips spread, which is a lot, it's much higher than the average spread live, which is ranging from 1 to 2 to 3 pips, and 15 pips stop loss, 30 pips take partials, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Same rules. We want to avoid entering in ranging markets, which is very difficult to avoid, but I have to enter every setup. Coming to this video, we started with 4 losses in a row and 2 wins. Then we went for 1 loss, 1 win, and 1 loss. So 4, 7, 8, 9. So we are at 9 trades, 3 wins, 5 losses, 6 losses, and we are at minus 0.762%, almost break even. I want to find something better. I want to see that the setup, or that I am able to trade this setup nicely and profitably, of course, if possible, if is possible. So let's start. So we are coming, as you can see, minus 0.62. We risk 2% every time, 15 pips. We have 4 pips spread, which is a lot. Remember, that is a lot. It's not like the real one. So we might get stopped out more frequently than we should, or we would be into a live session. We are now into the London session start of Wednesday, and we're going to do our usual analysis to see where are we. Okay, so there you go. So we are in a very high time frame ranging period. As you can see, we are into this high time frame order block, especially between these key levels and PPLs, with some fake outs. But we are still, let's see the all time frame range bias. Let's see the bias on the high time frame. Okay. We are still very bullish, as you can see here. Yes, we have been doing more impulsive and pullbacks, impulsive moves and pullbacks, but still failing to break into new lows. So we can still have bullish action. We just don't know when it will happen. So let's see. Yes, we can also say that we are in a corrective bearish bias, but let's just see. Just give me a second. And I'm back. There we go. So we can start. So let's go on the 1 minute and see what are we looking for our checklist, as per our bias. So if I'm not mistaken, we catched the trades here in this bearish trend. We catch 1 loss at the end of it. Very high risk here, higher risk, but high reward to go back to revisit those previous lows. It is what it is. Trading is a matter of multiple trades. So now we are seeing rejections at these previous lows, as you can see. So we would like to, for buys, we would like price to break, retest, break and retest with our entry, possible entry, confirmation up, in continuation up. But if we still keep rejecting, I would like to see a break and retest of this PPL on the downside to take into consideration sales possibly from these lows. So let's see where the price will move, how it will react to those previews. Because as a lower time frame, I had to say that we are now sort of bearish, as you can see, even if we connect from this high, we are very bearish. Let's see if now this is a break of the trend or if it's continuation just going down. So let's see. Let's move 1 minute by 1 minute. I'll put it over here. Okay, just give me a second that I have to. Okay, I only put it on mute. And let's move on. So we're seeing some reaction at these previous highs. No ideas of entry yet. Yes, we can see prices. Okay, I was saying it's moving bearish, but as you can see, very aggressive bullish candle after rejection, after reacting at this previous PSA. This is not a PPL, this is a PSA that we marked up from the previous situation. You can see 1, 2, and this one was the previous lows. Exactly. So let's see if our checklist gets some more confirms. So we want a break witness here, showing confirmation of bullish trend, and then above, especially above, what I would like is for this to be selected, okay, above here, especially above this previous PSA. Okay, retest, okay. Looks like we got a correction. Yes, we had a little bounce from BPL and previous PSA. Okay, this looks an interesting candle because if we see it on during the live action, we should see that it made a top wick and then flip bearish. So this might be a nice entry. It's a very high risk, high reward entry into the range. We don't have even have range to fill here. Let's see if this. What are the confirms for this entry? The confirms are that we made a very aggressive bullish action, corrected completely, but are we seeing buyers jump breaking in? I will take sells below this level. This is the high risk, high reward entry. Yes, it's a nice candle, but for me, it's not. We're still in a range. We don't have confirms of bears strongly moving the price down. Okay, this is a further confirmation. But as you can see, not the price action you would like to see after 20 pips minus spread. Now we can have further sells if we break below this PPL because we had the confirmation that the price reacted here at this previous PSA and we are continuing down. There you go. This is a very nice engulfing bearish candle here, and we have plenty of range on the 1 hour. How are we? Why are you not working today? Okay, let me just reduce the amount of yellow. So this is a very interesting. We grab the liquidity. We open with a top wick. The first London hour grab liquidity on the upside, the one that I showed you, this liquidity grab, and then closed bearish, not very strong, but below the PPL and rejecting this previous PSA. Now we are approaching this previous strong demand area. But if we think that price, even after reject, even if it's going to create a double bottom and continuation up, we can have some range to take the sells. Let's see now, of course. We have the possibility of double bottom to grab liquidity, the same that happened here, and then continuation up. Let's see if we want to take a sort of counter trend trade. If we see now some nice reaction, some nice movement. Okay, this candle was not that interesting. This one much more, no top wick then though. Let's see if the next one makes a top wick and then flips. Okay. Okay, closes nice and bearish. From here we have 35 pips of move. We have the confirms, so we have to take the setup, even if, as I told you, we can only have a very short range. So we might take the full trade out at 30 pips. So I'm not 100% sure if I will do it live. This is just to test my setup. We will be in this, but it's inside. So we take it with the possibility of having the loss, but we will see. Nice candle. Okay, for the same reason, of course not now at 10 pips, we might consider taking partials at 20 if we just see that it's possible that it will end up there. Okay, very nice. As per now, is moving exactly in the way we wanted. As you can see, we are already here. We are at this previous lows, so I don't want to get greedy. And at the 20 pips of the previous candle, I would like to take at least so the previous candle when it reaches 20 pips. Okay, it's fine the way it is. Of course, I'm not going to take a loss, and I'm going to take just 50% partials, because I mean, why not? The bearish momentum is very strong. Why should I take a loss? I didn't want to say that. I wanted to say, why should I avoid taking a bigger win? If it is winning, why shouldn't I take it? Just because of my expectation, my assumption. As you can see, very, very nice. We are now 42 pips, so we can take the other 50% in profit, 3 to 1. And as always, I will move the take profit over there and the stop loss closer at 30 pips, so it's perfectly fine. Okay, and we got stopped out with So actually we got 50% at 20 pips, 25% at 40 something pips, and 25% at what was it? 30 pips again. As you can see, we are up 3% and it's perfectly fine. Let's see, now we played this possible double bottom, and now let's see the reaction now if it tells us something about it. Okay, possible break and retest. Let's see if we see a continuation down. Okay, we gotta be careful and aware of this PSA. Let's see if it reacted exactly there. So it might be a nice possible continuation entry if we see the same candle setup below the PPL. So far, we have a rejection, but we have to be aware, of course, of what I told you about the double bottom, especially now that even on the lower time frame we are risking it. Let's see. Nope, we just melted, made a top wick, very short and impulsive. This would have been a very impulsive entry, 15 pips, 20 pips would be okay. Let's see on the higher time frame. Where are we? We are coming towards the end of the hour, but it's still too early. We can, I don't know. Yes, made a top wick and then flips bearish. We have those 15 pips. Let's take a risk. Of course, the candle that we saw is only like 10-15 pips, so it's not really, we can still end up in a losing trade. Let's see. Okay. So far we are up 18 pips. As you can see, we can still get a losing trade. And this is exactly what we got. And we got exactly the 11th trade as a loss. Here. So we have win and loss. And we are now seeing the, this was a very, very high risk, possibly hyena trade. We went down 20 pips, not even 20 pips, so it was perfectly fine. Now we can see if the double bottom is there. If the new hourly candle creates a new lower wick and then breaks up. Okay, this might be a continuation pattern, but after this huge rejection, I'm not 100% sure. We're coming towards the end of the hour, but the price action is very strong, bearish. So this would be a sort of re-entry of the same here. Still not 100% sure. Possibly would have been this one, a nice entry. Why not work? Not really. Let's wait those. I don't want to jinx it. Asian session is already closed, so it's not a particularly important candle closing. Oh, actually, it is Asian session. No, Asian session is already closed. We're breaking below this. We're staying below those previous one. Let's take it and let's see. Oof. This was a much better entry after the confirmation of the rejection, but still, oof, oof. So as you can see, this one was much better. Would have probably been stopped out, right? Oh yeah, for sure. And we are now up with our high risk high reward trade, 27 pips. I'm going to take my partials. I'm going to take my 80, what, 80% partials. I'm going to go to break even. And let's see the next candle. If it goes strongly bearish, we won't want to move the profit. But that is a win. So it's good. We're getting 2 wins today after one Harris Fairwood loss. But we, as you can see, we stayed and trade my setup. This one, let's go. So as you can see, we would have got our 30 pips anyway. Okay. And we got stopped out at break even with the 20% of the remainder. Let's see now what price tells us if we gets a rejection or if it bounces. I don't actually know what this is referred to, but it bounced exactly at there. What are you? Is some other, I don't know, some level, and today it reacted perfectly. Let's see now the confirmation or the rejection. So we are now back into the range. Even if now this one would have been my setup, I will not enter because we had multiple rejections and we are back into the range. So I would like to have further confirmation of the price trend. As you can see, we are ranging. We want to see either a break above the PPL or confirmation of strong bearish action. This is a nice candle setup. But we are at a PPL and we are in a range. And of course, now we are creating higher lows. It might be a good entry. Still not sure. I don't like to trade into ranges. Look at this candle. We are about to close in 1 minute. And as you can see, yes, it would have been a win. Not yet, maybe. Would it be stopped out? Just to try, just to see the 4 pips spread. Oops, sorry, I need to do that. Okay, when you see the nice body here, you sell. Okay, it would have been still alive. And this would have been 13 pips. So, yeah, it would have been a win. A nice win. A nice win. But I'm not going to take it. I'm sorry. Okay. Or maybe I can take it. I don't know. Is my setup worth it? Yes, it is. Should I be recognized of it? No, but it was indeed a nice trade. Even 80%. Move the TP here, move the stop loss here. and you get a win. This win, I take it because it's my setup and I want to gain more confidence in it. Look, I'm spotting it every time. It's just about where are we as price action. So that's very good. For example, on the upside, this one can be a nice setup. Lower week, then continuation up. This one doesn't have a nice body, but has a huge rejection. As it closes, it's very nice, but it's still at the PSA. This one is much better. So we can even take a buy here. 4 pips spread, of course, we know that is crazy. Let's see, against, and we get, oof, we get a loss, yes. This was, of course, over trading. We just wanted to see the setup. So as you can see, we don't just take wins, we only take the losses. At a time we were up 17 pips, so no confirms. Wow, very strong bearish action. Wow. Now these are nice candles. So we grab liquidity. Here we made a double bottom. Here. Do we want to play the continuation up? Why not? Maybe it was better not. Okay, so 15L, we got lost. 4% just over trading, as you can see. So we're going to stop. We close with plus 4.49%. We save the simulation because I don't want to lose it. Yes. Plus 4.49. 3 wins, 3 losses, and we recovered the previous day's break-evens. That's it. See you guys next time.